Hi guys, do you know what is a podcast and how to create a successful podcast? A podcast is a digital audio or video which have the ability to download and stream via the internet. It has become popular among many people all around the world as it is portable and listened to anywhere at any time from digital devices such as smartphones, tablets, laptops, or desktops as well. So, today we are going to share some significant tips and tricks that will take your podcast to next level. Before that, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more interesting videos. How to start a successful podcast. First, you have to find a topic that you are interested in a lot and also you have broad knowledge or skill. It will make you more comfortable with the work and you will find it easier to proceed with creating podcasts as it is interesting to build the content as well. Apart from your likes and dislikes, the preferences of the audience are also important. You should take into account your target audience's requirements and interests. Facts such as what the audience is actually looking for, and what subjects they are interested in need to be considered when choosing a topic for a podcast. Also, you have to be aware of the competition level in your niche. It is not very easy to attract the right audience when the competition is high. So, you have to find out a unique topic that is not fully covered by other podcasts. Then, you can earn more audience. The topic that you are selecting for the podcast should address different aspects as you can drive into the depth of the subject and make it out of vast variety. Also, the topic should be able to bring out consistent content that sustains for weeks, months, or even years. Therefore, when creating a successful podcast, you should consider these things for the topic selection. Secondly, you have to do the planning for the podcast after the title is chosen. You have to discover the relevant format that suits your podcast. There are different types of formats available for particular scenarios. You can use an interview-based format when there is a need to interview a guest speaker. The format storytelling is used to narrate a story of multiple episodes mostly regarding fiction, crimes, and investigative reporting. You can use the panel discussion format when there is a discussion between a panel of experts and invited guests. If you are delivering the information by yourself in the areas like educational and personal development without the assistance of a co-host or any guest, the solo podcast format is ideal. There is another quite interesting format which is the hybrid method. In this hybrid format, the podcast starts with the guest interview mode and ends up in the solo mode with the host speaking. You can apply the news update format when you are involved in presenting current news around the world on the basis of daily or weekly. So, these are the formats that you can follow according to the podcast category. In the planning of the podcast, you should refine precisely the subtopics that you are going to cover related to each episode and significant themes as well. Also, creating an outline is also important. You can create a simple draft of an outline that can apply to each episode, including the main common features such as an introduction, a key point, and a conclusion. This will make sure you cover all you want to and keep your episode on course. You should do research for more information gathering. It helps you in touching with novel areas and be well prepared with organized information according to the level of significance. The third tip is to use suitable equipment to make your podcast successful. A good microphone is essential to record the audio clearly to hear more precisely. You can buy a microphone that is made for podcasting or voice recording. Also, when the recording background is full of noises, the dynamic microphone can be used as you can experience a noise cancellation effect. You should have a headphone to complete the tasks of the podcast. High-quality headphones will assist you a lot in editing and monitoring the audio as well. So, it's better to select a headphone with good sound quality that lasts for lengthy periods of time. For the purpose of recording and editing the podcast, you need good recording software. Today, recording software is freely available to grant through the internet while there are paid versions too, which contain many more features. But remember to choose the best software tool which can complete the necessary requirement of your podcast. Other equipment is the pop filter and shock mount. A pop filter helps in the reduction of popping noises, while the shock mount eliminates handling noise and vibrations. To connect the computer to your microphone and headphone controlling the audio levels and better sound quality, you can use an audio interface. When recording the podcast, a peaceful and well-ventilated setting should be used. Acoustic panels or soundproofing methods can be applied to decrease echo and background noise. Be sure to buy this equipment by prioritizing your requirements and budgets. Fourth tip is to record and edit the podcast properly. When you start the recording part, check whether the microphone is clearly connected and do some tests of the audio before the recording starts. After checking all other equipment, start recording. When the recording is completed, you have to proceed with the editing part. By using editing software, you can edit background noise, pauses or errors occurred. Also, you can add more sound patterns which are related to the content, to enhance the listening experience of the audience. Your podcast will sound more professional and help your viewers understand the content when you add an introduction and conclusion in the editing. In general, podcasts consist of time duration of 20 to 60 minutes. It can vary depending on the subject and target audience. But always try to keep your podcast on the relevant topic and stay away from pointless jargon and explanations. Also, you should do a review of the podcast once you have ended all the tasks to recover if there are any mistakes. The fifth tip is to find a suitable hosting platform for the podcast. There are some platforms that provide hosting for free while others charge a monthly cost. So, you can select the best hosting platform considering your budget as well. It should be user-friendly and less time-consuming for the process of submitting the podcast. As there are some platforms that offer analytics tools that let you monitor the success of your podcast, go through good research to choose the right one. You can find out the reviews that were given by the customers to different hosts and check the distribution of the hosting platform and its rates. Also, try to choose a hosting platform that is good at customer service. When you encounter a problem regarding your podcast, there should be a good assistance to solve it. The next tip is about how you promote your podcast. This is one of the significant parts of the process to grow a successful podcast. Because it doesn't value how fluently you completed the podcast when there is less publicity. So, in order to promote your podcast, you can use the social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. There you can add links to your most recent episodes as well. Also, you can expand your community by working together with other podcasters in your niche, like joining hands with them to appearing as a guest on their podcasts. You can collect the email addresses of your audience and send them emails and updates on your new releasing episodes. Using keywords in the title, description, and tags of your episodes will make your podcasts appear in higher search results. Also, you can build more community by attending conference meetings and events where you find people in different networks and connections. The last tip is actively engaging with the audience. You can request feedback from your podcast's audience and rate it on your website and on social media pages. This will help you to correct any mistakes and improve your work, and also to get to know the preferences of the audience. Always you should be available for the audience by responding to questions, emphasizing your interest in their viewpoints, and appreciation for their views. Apart from engaging in response on the social media platform, you can use the podcast itself. You can conduct a Q&A session in the podcast, including some comments from a top fan of the last episode, and give shoutouts. Also, you can give exclusive offers to top fans and subscribers, such as early access to new episodes and bonus episodes. This helps you to maintain a big fan base. So, all enthusiasts, try to apply these tips to start a new podcast and grow it to more success. Subscribe to our channel. If you find this video more insightful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching.